Good Thursday evening, folks. Chief Meteorologist Tim Pandajis here with you, updating you on our weather alert day that has been designated for today and will carry over into the day tomorrow. Let's talk about the ongoing impacts coming our way from what is now tropical depression, Debby. So we're looking at the impacts from rain and a tornado risk, which we've already seen play out today with numerous tornado warnings from one of the outermost bands of Debby that pivoted on through our area. And there are more out there. Tropical squalls and downpours ongoing. It won't be raining all the time, nor will it be raining very heavily all the time. We've got the tropical squalls and downpours. When they do pivot on through, we could be looking at 1 to 2 inch an hour rainfall rates, which still does have an isolated chance of some flash flooding potential, although I really think that chance is dropping. Breezy conditions overall. We've had some main gusts today getting close to 40 miles per hour, and a lot of that will be found along the immediate coastline. And then that tornado threat, we have a new tornado watch that's been expanded, or extended, I should say, through 7 a.m. Friday morning. So long duration. Parts of our area have been under a tornado watch since 10:30 last night. So this is just a prolonged event. Here's a loop of radar, the last 6 hours. The first couple frames, you can see that first outer band that pivoted on through, and that spawned, I think, 7 or 8 different tornado warnings that worked their way on through. Nothing confirmed. There were a few radar confirmed tornadoes, but we did not see any ground reports indicating a spotter seeing a tornado or a funnel cloud or things like that. We'll have, if there's any damage reports that come in, Weather Service will send out a survey team to kind of investigate that. But right now, we do have one tornado warning that is down and butted right up against Bertie County. It's not effective for Bertie County right now, but it is just to the south and drifting in that area. And this line is pretty much moving from south to north. So it could eventually end up impacting places like Hertford and north of there if it holds together in the South Hampton and maybe even parts of Suffolk too. So we're going to watch this carefully. You can see it kind of mainly moving to the north, but there is a bit of a northwesterly component to that as well. So we'll continue to watch that. That's the lone tornado warning, and that's at least somewhat close to our area. Off to the north, just a few streaming downpours moved through the peninsula, now have rocketed all the way up into Gloucester and Matthews. These are quick-moving downpours, so this is the outermost bands of the circulation from tropical depression Debby. Here's a look at the tornado watch. It now does include the eastern shore, so effectively the entire area is currently under a tornado watch until 7 a.m. tomorrow morning. And to be honest, I bet that does get extended again through most of the day tomorrow as we'll continue to deal with these outermost bands as Debby tracks well to our west, pivoting through our area. The good news is that Debby will get a little bit faster, and I'll show you that in a second, and will accelerate as it pulls to the north. A look at our most recent wind gusts, or peak wind gusts throughout the day, I should say, since midnight. 30 miles per hour, 35. The highest gust reported here at the observation posts is 39 out of Elizabeth City. So effectively tropical storm force wind gust out there in Elizabeth City this afternoon. Here's satellite and radar imagery of what was Tropical Storm Debby is now transitioned to a tropical depression. It is weakened down to 35 mile per hour winds, so below the threshold of tropical storm, which is 39. Notice the forward speed. Yesterday when we talked, it was moving at 3 miles per hour. Now it's up to 10. Moving at a north-northwest trajectory. So this is in North Carolina now, and it will take a track that is pretty much along I-81. Something to note here as I switch up the filter on satellite, this is the water vapor. This is depicting moist air and dry air in the mid-levels of the atmosphere. Rust color, yellow, that's dry air. And notice it's a 24-hour loop here that there is a good gulp of dry air getting pulled in to the circulation of Debby. This could be a contributing factor to its weakening. Plus, of course, it's over land, so it is weakening as a result of that as well. But this, for a while, choked off a lot of the heavier rain south of the center of circulation. But it's not doing a whole lot to stop some of the outermost bands moving through our area. So we'll monitor that. Here's the 5 o'clock advisory from the National Hurricane Center on track. It's picking up speed. It's moving at 10 miles per hour now, likely getting up to 15 to 20 miles per hour tonight and into tomorrow. And it's moving along the I-81 corridor, so far to the west of Hampton roads, but not far enough that we are going to avoid impacts, as we've already seen the outer bands will be impacting our area. So here's Futurecast. What we're looking at here is the high resolution extended range, HRRR. It shows a few isolated downpours out there now, initializing not so well. That band is really kind of set up a little bit farther to the west, but we'll watch it as we go through the evening. Here we are, middle of the night tonight. Got a few downpours pivoting on through south side and the peninsula. Again, anything that develops here will be spinning already. Whether it can tighten up that spin, that rotation, will determine whether or not it gets slapped with a tornado warning. So all of these have the potential to turn tornadic, okay? So here we are, middle of the night. We've got a few isolated ones out there. And then by tomorrow morning, take a look at this. I'm going to draw this on here, if I can get it to come up. All right, let's see here. I'm going to draw this out and show you this line that's developing tomorrow morning around 6:30 a.m., so around daybreak. So Taylor Stephenson, Hunter Force will be in here on daybreak, tag teaming weather. If this comes to fruition, we have this squall line. This will be rotating, and we will likely see some more tornado warnings here. This also falls within the threshold of our tornado watch. That's up until 7 a.m. tomorrow. So that's the line here. Watch as it progresses. It does move east. So at 9 a.m., we've got that line now that is stretched pretty much from the Albemarle Sound all the way north through south side, through the peninsula, and up through the middle peninsula. A long stretch, a deep fetch of moisture here from the south to the north, lifting in that direction. Tornado threat is there. By lunchtime, that pushes towards the coastline. Eastern Shore getting impacted there. Still a tornado threat, I believe. We see a little bit of a quiet period, and then another line depicted by this modeling shows it coming on through by the evening hours. This should be the last hurrah of Debby, because at this point, 24 hours from now, Debby will be far to our north and west and accelerating. So this will be the last band here, likely pivoting on through, still with spin, although likely not as high a threat as what will come earlier in the day, but we'll be watching this band as well by tomorrow evening. Overnight, that moves out. Most of the rain chances will drop by Saturday morning. I still got a 20% chance Saturday morning, but improving weather overall for all of the area Saturday. We should still get temperatures up in the mid-80s, maybe an isolated shower, but that comes early, so just improving weather this weekend. Here's a look at rain chances tomorrow. Pretty much hit or miss, on and off, tropical downpours and squalls with the potential of an added tornado. That's still a likelihood for tomorrow. Additional rain, ½ inch to maybe as much as 2 inches between now and Saturday morning. Again, with these tropical squalls, they could produce 1 to 2 inch an hour rainfall rate, so you could pick up these totals in a short amount of time, which is why that flooding risk is still there, and we are under an active flood watch through tomorrow evening. For most of the area, not all. Gloucester, Matthews, Eastern Shore, not included in that. All right, here's a look at the weekend. Saturday, mainly morning shower chance. I'll keep it at 20% chance, so we're not completely dry. I don't think either weekend days. Mid-80s on Saturday, another 20% chance on Sunday. Temperatures are going to be in the mid-80s. So we've got another weather alert day for tomorrow on your Friday, mid-80s. Again, squalls on and off, and the ongoing tornado threat, at least up through the morning commute. Our tornado watch is until 7. I think it will be extended. Saturday and Sunday, we've got temperatures in the mid-80s. And then we finally enter a period of some quieter, benign weather. From Sunday right on through Wednesday and Thursday, just low rain chances, 20%, and temperatures plateauing, mid-80s, below normal for this time of the year. Upper 80s is where we should be by the early parts of August. So that's looking much better, giving us a chance to finally dry out. We'll be tracking the ongoing threats from Debby overnight tonight, and then Hunter Force and Taylor Stephenson in here tomorrow morning on daybreak. And I'll see you back here again tomorrow. Join us again on air on the TV side at 11 o'clock tonight for 13 News Now at 11. I'll have an updated forecast for you. And, of course, if it warrants, I will see you on the TV side if things go downhill and we see more tornado warnings. Until then, enjoy the rest of your evening. Stay weather aware and check back with us frequently for updates.